Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? My name is Tex, and today we're going to be predicting the World Cup 2018. It's been a long awaited tournament and everyone has been looking forward to it, so now we're going to do it. We did it for the Euros 2 years ago, and now we're going to do it for the World Cup. EA Sports are back once again with a website to predict, so let's get it on. Okie dokie, so looks like we have to pick a team to get eliminated and a team to get qualified. So we're going to start with Group A. The hosts, Russia, are in this. I think that the hosts are always likely to win. They have a good squad, and you know, playing at their home country is an advantage, so I am going to go with them to qualify right there. Saudi Arabia, I'm sorry, I just can't see them going far in this tournament. I'm going to get them to be eliminated. Egypt and Uruguay, now these are two squads that are pretty weighted. I know that a lot of people are saying Egypt are going to go through because of Salah. Now, I don't think personally one player can carry a whole team. They don't really have any other players other than Salah, maybe Al Mohammadi, but they just don't have many good players. So I do think that Egypt are unfortunately going out. As much as I would love to see Salah in the final, it's just not going to happen. I don't think so. I think Uruguay have got a strong squad with Suarez, with Cavani, with Godin, they just have a really strong squad, and I think they could even go far in this tournament. So I'm going to go with Russia and Uruguay to go through. Although I wouldn't say Russia would be first. I would say Uruguay are going to go first if that's a prediction. Yeah, Uruguay will go first and Russia will come second. That's just my opinion on Group A. Now, looking at the predictions from EA Sports, it looks like they put Uruguay first as well and Russia second. You can see the key players. You got Cavani, Suarez, and Godin, and Jekov, Salakov, and I cannot see that name or pronounce it. So yeah, this is what they predicted. Like, I think that's pretty similar to what the group's going to look like. Uruguay, I think, they won't lose a game. Russia have a chance, and yeah, it looks like that's the group ending. Moving on to Group B. Now, this one's quite a big one, but it's quite obvious who's going to go through. I think that Spain and Portugal are definitely gonna pull through this one. Morocco, even though they have a good team, they left out quite a lot of good players. I know they left out Buffal from Southampton. They haven't had the best of seasons, but yeah, they left him out, and that's a big surprise. They have a strong squad, and Iran I'm not sure about. I just don't really know any of the players, but I do know that Spain and Portugal have the best players in the world. Portugal obviously winning the Euros 2 years ago, and Spain have just got a phenomenal squad and a phenomenal history in these tournaments. So I'm gonna go with Portugal to win that group. I think that they, you know, after the performance I saw in the Euros, I think they're going to win it, and Spain will come second, and Morocco and Iran will be going out. Now, looking at the prediction from EA Sports, they said that Spain are going to come first and Portugal will come second. That's fair enough. I mean, you know, the key players for Spain are Sergio Ramos, De Gea, Thiago. You've obviously got like Diego Costa and some other incredible players. And then Portugal, you've got Pepe, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Rui Patricio. I think that Portugal will win the group. I think that EA Sports are wrong in this one. I do think that Portugal will win the group, and I don't think that Morocco will come bottom. I think they'll come third and Iran will come bottom. It's going to be a tight group, but I do think that Spain and Portugal will win it, and Portugal are going to be victorious in this time. Moving on to Group C. Now, this one's quite interesting. There's a couple of teams here that are quite weird, and you wouldn't really expect them to be in the World Cup anyway, such as Peru and Australia. I think that France are definitely going to win this group. There's no doubt about it. They have a phenomenal team. I think one of the best teams in the world currently. Kante, Pogba, Griezmann, you know, some other players that they missed out. Benzema, and I think they didn't take Lacazette neither. It's crazy, the squad they have, and it's just incredible. Their team is just phenomenal. It's honestly, I'm out of words to describe their team. They're definitely going to go far in this tournament, if not even possibly win it. So for that reason, I think that, you know, they're just going to destroy this group. I think Peru, they have no chance. I don't even know any of their players, and it's out of Australia and Denmark. In my opinion, Denmark will come second. I know some of the players like Andreas Christiansen. They have obviously Eriksson, who's a fantastic player, and I think that they'll give a battle to France, and Australia, I just don't see them going far. They have Timmy Cahill, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going for France to win it and Denmark to come second. Now looking at EA Sports pick, you've got France and Denmark as well. They have the same choices as me. It looks that way. Honestly, this is what I predict the group to look like. You can see the key players. You've got Kante, Griezmann and Pogba. And of course, there's so many more to add to that. And Denmark have got Schmeichel, Eriksson and Christensen. So it's a very good group, and I cannot wait to see how well and how far France get. Now moving on to Group D. So this is quite an interesting one, actually very interesting one. This is a very interesting group. Obviously Argentina, I've got Messi, Di Maria, Dybala and some other phenomenal players. I think that Argentina are the favorites in this group, and for that reason I'm gonna get them to win it. As in second place, I'm really not sure. I would love to see Iceland go through, but I know it's difficult for them. They have a motivation to win, but you know, when you come up against Croatia, the likes of Mandzukic, Modric and some other amazing players in that squad, actually, I just don't see Iceland going far in this. I'm gonna have to say Iceland are going out. As much as I would like them to go through, I just don't see it happen. I think Nigeria and Croatia both stand a good chance of going through. Nigeria obviously have Moses, Oneni and some other pretty good players actually. It's a pretty tough group this one to call, but I think I'm going to go Croatia second. I'm going to go with Nigeria and Iceland to go out. When you look at EA Sports predictions, they have put Croatia to win the group and Argentina to come second. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty bold prediction right there. I think it could happen potentially. They're not going to win all 3 games though. I don't see that happening. They have Rakitic, Modric and Perisic as them key players. And Argentina have Higuain, Messi and Dybala. There's obviously so many more in that squad. I think Argentina are going to win the group. And I do think Iceland will come third. Nigeria probably bottom, but I think they'll get a point or 2 from this group. Now moving on to Group E, we have a pretty intense lineup here as well. Though it's pretty obvious Brazilians are going to destroy this group. I think Neymar, Coutinho and Firmino, Willian and all these great players, they're going to destroy this group. I just don't see anything else happening, to be honest with you. I think Brazil are going to really just probably win all 3 games in this one. Switzerland are a good side. I think they're 6th in the world in the ranking. It's pretty amazing. Costa Rica I don't know much about, and Serbia, they have Matic. And that's pretty much the only player I know. So for that reason, I'm going to have to go with a straightforward call. Serbia and Costa Rica out. Switzerland and Brazil to go through. What did EA say? It looks like they're going with Costa Rica to go through. That's an interesting one. So they don't think that Switzerland are going to go through. They think that Costa Rica are going to go through. Borges, Navas, of course. Navas, I forgot about him. And Ruiz. I wouldn't say that they're going to go through. I still stick by my prediction to say Switzerland are going to go through. Obviously, Brazil, they got Marcelo, Neymar, Coutinho. You can name their players endlessly. So yeah, I do think that the only difference here will be Switzerland to go through instead of Costa Rica. This is quite a tight call, but I do think Brazil are going to destroy this group. Easy peasy. Now moving on to the Group F, and we have the reigning champions. Obviously the team that's everyone scared of is Germany, and there's no doubt about it, they're gonna win this group. Easy peasy. There's no doubt about it there. They have a phenomenal squad. Toni Kroos is on form right now. They have a good striker in Timo Werner. Phenomenal squad which is ready to probably win this cup. So it's going to be quite a tight call between them and France and Brazil and those likes of teams. But I'm going to say that Germany are going to win this group. Mexico, Sweden and South Korea. So straight away I'm going to say South Korea are not going to make it, unfortunately. I think that the players they have just are not good enough. They have Son, I believe, but I just don't think they're going to even get a point out of this group. Sweden, not sure about Ibrahimovic. I think he is playing, but I just don't see it happen. I think Mexico with Lozano and some other pretty good players, Hernandez, Chicharito. I think that it's going to be Germany and Mexico by far. This is probably the most anticipated choice there is. Let's see from EA Sports. They think that Sweden are going through. That's interesting. Once again, on goal difference, it seems like obviously Germany, they have Hummels, Neuer, Kroos, so many more players. Look at this, all 90 plus, incredible. Then you've got Sweden with Forsberg, Gramarist and Berg. So I don't think I don't think that Sweden are going to go through. It doesn't look like Ibrahimovic is playing either, so I do think that Mexico are going to go through. South Korea bottom, Sweden third. Moving on to the next group, we're in Group G. We've only got 2 groups left. I think the Belgians are going to destroy this group. They are once again one of the best teams. The individual players they have are incredible. You've got Lukaku, Eden Hazard, you've got his brother Torgan Hazard. Who else? You got Martens, Kevin De Bruyne, absolutely incredible team. Courtois in goal as well. I think that Belgians are going to destroy this group, and I think that England are going to come second. I don't see Tunisia and Panama going through. I think it's Panama's debut in any World Cup, and Tunisia have maybe been in it before, but I don't know any of their players. I think England will do quite well, but we'll see what would happen if they were to finish second. I think they stand a chance of winning the group if they perform well, if Harry Kane leads them to victory, if his captain may change a little bit, because tactics obviously is up to the manager, but Harry Kane can motivate the team. They didn't take Joe Hart, which is interesting. It's going to be quite an interesting group, but I do think it's out of Belgium and England to win it. And now that's what EA Sports obviously predicted. You got Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku right there. For England, you've got Sterling, Kane and Dele Alli. Obviously, they've got many more players like Rashford. But yeah, other than that, I do think that Belgium are going to win it. England are going to be second. You've got Tunisia and Panama in third. Both. And finally, we are here with Group H, my favorite group. My country is here, ladies and gentlemen. Poland, the country I'm going to be supporting, is in this group, the final group of the group stage. And it's a tough one. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Senegal have got Mane, Sao, Kouyaté. They have a very strong team. Colombia, of course, you've got Falcao, Rodriguez. Japan, I've got Kagawa and some other pretty decent players. If I'm to be honest with you, I think that Poland are going to come second, even though as much as I wanted to win the group, I think this is a tough group, and I think that Colombia are going to win this group, just scraping it, and I think that Poland will come second, leaving Senegal and Japan to go out. Obviously, I may be wrong completely, because this group is very tough to call. I think whichever way you go, Senegal and Japan could surprise a couple, and Colombia could, they could be bad, Poland could be bad. This is a very tough group to call, I'm not gonna lie to you. All these teams have very much in common, so we remember that Poland lost to Portugal on penalties in the Euro, so they were quite unlucky there. Portugal obviously went on to win it, but I think Poland have a good chance. If they get out this group, they could go far. I'm not gonna lie to you, they could be the dark horse of this group. Let's hope so. EA predicts Colombia and Poland to win as well. It looks like, they've got Falcao, Rodriguez, Cuadrado, and then Poland have got Glik, Lewandowski, Piszczek, they've got Błaszczykowski, Zielinski. They have so many good players. I think that it's going to end like this. I don't agree on them too. I think they'll get a bit more points, and the group's going to be tighter in general. I don't think Colombia win all the games, especially if Poland perform against them. This is a tight group. I'm not going to lie, I cannot wait to see matches in this group. Okay, so we are on to the round of 16, and now we're going to be choosing who's going to go through and who's going to go out. So this is going to be quite a tough one. Let's see in the first game, which would be Uruguay versus Spain. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I know Uruguay can turn up. They've got Cavani, Suarez. They could all really surprise a couple. But I think I'm going to go with the easy choice here. I think Spain will win against Uruguay if this happens. I don't see Uruguay shocking them. Although if Luis Suarez turns up, then maybe they could do something. I just think that Spain have a very good all-rounded squad. They play the Barca style of play, and they're going to go for it. I'm sure they would beat Uruguay in this match. Second match is France versus Croatia. I'm just going to say it straight away, France are going to win this one, I think. France are just a much stronger team. I think they're going to go really far until they get a hard opponent. France are going to keep going and going until they lose. Because Croatia, they're good. They have a good team, a strong team. Modric can do something in midfield, but other than that, the strikers they have, Mandzukic, is just not strong enough to beat a team like rounded like France. They have Pogba and Kante in midfield. Incredible squad, really is. The third game is Brazil-Mexico. Now this would be tight. I have to say Mexico could come up here and come up with something special. Chicharito could do something magical like he does sometimes in the Premier League, but I think that Brazil are just going to be too strong for them. I've got Belgium, Poland, obviously my team here, and the Belgians. I can't stick with my team, unfortunately, guys. I would love Poland to beat Belgium, but it's just not going to happen. I think Belgium are incredibly strong. They have such a strong squad, and I just don't see them losing to Poland. So in that case, I'm going to have to go with the Belgians to win it. As much as I would love Poland to win it, I have hope that they will go far. But if this were to happen, I think the Belgians would win. Unless they were to play England, then I would say Poland to win, because I think Poland have a stronger team and a stronger leadership. I think that, you know, Lewandowski, if he turns up to the tournament, they could go very far. But in this case, I think Belgium will be too strong. Now the next game is Portugal-Russia. No doubt about it. Portugal win. Russia going out into the tournament. Goodbye host. I'm sorry. Next game, Argentina-Denmark. Simple as you like as well. Argentina would destroy Denmark. You know, it's just obvious. I think that these teams are the better teams in the world, and I don't see Denmark surprising anything there. Switzerland and Germany. I would have to say Germany. You know, people don't lose to Germany, especially teams like. People don't lose. People don't even win against Germany. I mean, they don't beat. You know, teams like Switzerland just don't beat Germany. Only bigger teams, I think, stand a chance against Germany. Especially if it goes to penalties, then there's no chance that Germany are gonna lose. Colombia and England would be quite an interesting game. This one's a tough one to call, but I believe that England would win in this one. I think that, you know, they'll get the fans excited and stuff, and they would beat Colombia in this game. I think that Colombia have a good team, don't get me wrong, but if England play their best, I think they can win this game and get to the quarterfinals. Talking about the quarterfinals, we have got 4 very interesting games here. It's going to be France versus Spain, which is a very tough one to call, but as I said before, guys, I think France have a phenomenal squad. They could go on to win this. I don't think Spain have the right squad yet. They're missing a couple strikers, you know. Diego Costa is a great player, don't get me wrong, but he's just not what I think the team needs. I don't think the team is you know, it's not what it used to be. Like Fernando Torres was so good, Iniesta, you know, he's getting a bit old now, Xavi, and these players, they're not here anymore. So I think France, they're a young, strong squad which can go on to win easily. Brazil, Belgium, that is an incredible, and that's an incredible game, and I have no idea who to win this. Actually, this was a tough one to call. Brazil obviously have a couple of amazing players, and Belgium have some good players, but Belgium have not been performing well as a team. They have some incredible individual players, but they just don't seem to be bonding, and unless they do so in this World Cup, I'm afraid I don't see that happening, and therefore I'm going to go with the Brazilians instead of the Belgians. I would prefer the Belgians to win. You know, my favourite player, Eden Hazard, plays there. And there's a lot of other great players that I would love to see succeed, but in this case I think the Brazilians would come out on top. That's just how it is. Portugal and Argentina is another incredible game. I would have to go with the winners of this game to be, I would say that, you know what, actually this is a tough one, because Portugal won the Euros not long ago. Argentina have not been performing so well. If Messi doesn't turn up, it could be a tough one. And for that reason, I'm going to go with Portugal. I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo to turn up in this one. Maybe it's one of the last tournaments he's going to play in. So I think that Ronaldo is going to turn up here and he's going to destroy Argentina. Ronaldo, Messi, obviously I just realized that. Wow, that'll be really interesting. Ronaldo versus Messi, but I think that Ronaldo, Portugal is going to go through. Now, the last one, England, Germany, I'm going to say straight away, I'm sorry, Germans do not lose against England. I think that their team's phenomenal. Their team is really good. They have an incredible history, and England just, they don't cut it for me. There's still a lot to work on. It's a brand new young squad. Potential is huge, but are they going to make it this World Cup? I don't think so. Moving on to the semi-final, guys. It's quite a big one. As you can see, France, Brazil, and Portugal, Germany. I'm going to go with the easier pick here. Portugal, Germany. I think that Germany are going to go through to the final. I don't see Portugal winning. I think they'll get far, but they, you know, they're a good team. But Germany, the Germans are just strong. They know how to play their game well. I think that with their amazing manager and their young squad, bringing in now Timo Werner up front, I think it's going to be a deadly combination. And Germany are going to get into the final. And they're going to be playing against either Brazil or France. Now, this is a tough one because I know Brazilians are going to be pretty angry with my pick, but I'm going to have to say France. As I said, guys, I think France have one of the strongest teams in the world at the moment. And I do think it's going to be them versus Germany in the final. So, here we go, guys. France versus Germany. Who's going to win it? Who is going to win this final? In my opinion, this is a tough choice. And if this was the final, which I can very much see being the final, as I said at the start of the video, I think France are going to win the final. They have a very strong squad. The only thing that they are lacking possibly is a striker that is very good. I think other than that, their team is strong, it's good, it's worthy of a championship, and I think that this year is the year France are going to win it. I think that Kante is going to lift that trophy and he's going to be so happy, guys. I would love to see Kante holding up that trophy, and I would love to see France beating Germany. I'm not a fan of Germany, they win it all the time. I think someone else should win it this time. So France are the winners for me, guys. France are going to win the tournament. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to be part of this, make sure to check out the link in the description down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, guys, World Cup's going to be crazy. Make sure to check me out on Twitch. I'm going to be live streaming a lot of stuff there. Probably some reactions to the matches as well. Maybe some FIFA gameplay. You know, the World Cup mode has just came out yesterday, so a lot of stuff could be happening on there. But yeah, guys, as you can see, I think France are going to win it. And yeah, hopefully that happens, guys. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.